Hello and welcome back to the final episode of Season 1 of our Spin the Wheel series. We are currently in 5th position. Our final objective that is achievable is to finish in the Europa League spots. We currently hold that 5th position. However, Arsenal are in 6th on the same amount of points. We have a +1 goal difference over Arsenal. So whilst it's in our hands, it's not guaranteed. We need to make sure we win our final 2 games of the season to have a chance, and it doesn't get easy. We have Manchester United away in the first game, followed by a home game against Bournemouth. Bournemouth can still technically finish in these Europa League positions. So let's see how we go. A trip to Old Trafford for an evening kickoff. Manchester United in 16th against Nottingham Forest in 5th. We have it all to play for. It is in our hands. Can we finish the season by completing at least one of our objectives, and that is to finish in the Europa League places? We need to get a win against Manchester United. We need to get a win against Bournemouth. Xerxes. Intercepted by Elliot Anderson, who's put a nice little ball through to Evan Nilsson. He's using a bit of pace and trickery here. He's going to get closed out. He does. By Delete. Mbuemo. Elliot Anderson uses his strength, but it doesn't come off. Mbuemo still going. Intercepted by Douglas Luiz. Dan and Doy on the counter. He's looking for Evan Nilsson to make a run. It's not happening. He makes it now, but it's probably a bit too late. And there's the interception. The tackle, sorry, as we'd expect. It's coming from Manchester United. And Forest once again for Fana this time. To Dan and Doy. Loses possession. Forest making quite an attacking threat to start with. Here's Rig to Dorgu. Forest just need to keep knocking on that door. I think if they can get a ball in that final third delivered correctly, I'm confident we can get a goal. There we go. Manchester United, you can tell why they're currently 16th, giving the ball away like this. Forest with the best defence in the league, only conceding 10 goals. They've only scored 30 though. That's the problem. Everyone else around them scored 40, 50, 60 goals. Twice as many. But our defence has been phenomenal this year. Great passing. Morgan gives White half chance. Go lose it. Yeah, he does. Rig to Xerxes. Where's it back to Dorgu? To Yoro. Rig again. Xerxes leading this line for Manchester United today. Mbuemo. Dances past. Nico Williams. Nice block corner to Manchester United. 23 gone. It's a free header and off the line by Douglas Luiz. Forest rocked there. Unfortunately, Douglas Luiz was in the right place at the right time. When Forest season is still in with a chance. It's a terrible ball. Ngate. Nice little one too. Manchester United growing into this game now. Nico Williams is letting Mbuemo go there if it comes to him. Which he does. Uses a lot of strength, does Mbuemo. Half chance here for Man United. Nico Williams. Mbuemo, definitely man of the match so far. Unbelievable skill and talent. Cunha puts it wide. It's another half chance for Man United. Some would say they should be 2-0 up. Douglas Luiz. Is it to Dan and Doy? Loses the ball. Might need to make changes this game. It's not looking good. We started well. First 5-10 minutes, we were brilliant. And it's been all Manchester United since. As Delete puts that ball forward to Rig. Ugarte. Forest win the ball back. Through Moussa Niakate. Great ball. Has definitely been played on here. Half chance for Evan Nilsson. 1-0. Rocketed into the top of the net. His 12th goal of the season. And the Manchester United faithful go quiet. This is what Forest need. Ideally, we need more than 1 goal though. We need to start pulling away with this goal difference. We're used to winning 1-0. But I'm worried Arsenal will probably score more. Cunha. Nice ball to Rig. But Forest got to do the work first. They've got to win the game. Never mind, get the goals. Xerxes opens up half chance. Great play there by Cunha. And again, but he's let it go through. And the ball squirms past Matt Sells after that save. Dan and Dodge coming off early for Brennan Johnson. He's shattered. Just on the stroke of half time. Ball goes out for a goal kick. And that's the half. 1-0 Nottingham Forest away at Old Trafford. This will be a big win for Forest if we can get it. Regardless of league position. Jed Spence with his championship winning partner. So they've got a great connection, these two, despite both signing in January. Evan Nelson. Another save by Lamens. Manchester United making a substitution. Rig is going off, played well. Ahmad comes on now. Ball to the edge of the box. Martinez is there to pick it up. Mbuemo uses his strength as he's done all game. Definitely been man of the match so far. Ahmad to Mbuemo. I think Ahmad scored against Forest in the game at the City Ground, if I remember correctly. Not 100% certain on that. Musa Niakate to Evan Nilsson. Great play. Morgan Gibbs-White plays the ball through. It's terrible. It's looking in the wrong direction. It's supposed to go to Brennan Johnson. Manchester United trying to make another substitute, but they're in no hurry as they've got possession. Dorgu down the line to Cunha. Two Cunhas on the pitch today. Mateus Cunha and Zé Cunha. Both Brazilians. Here's Jed Spence coming to try and stop Cunha. Does. Now Brennan Johnson on the counter. Forest done well to bring Brennan on today. Dorgu takes the interception. Forest with their last game of the season will be at home against Bournemouth. Great play. Ball through here. Half chance for Forest if he can keep that pace away from Dorgu. He's not going to, though. He's going to have to send it out wide, and he's lost possession. Mazuri to Ahmad. Xerxes holding it up well. Not really creating much today. The creation has all come from Mbuemo. Evan Nilsson looking to send Morgan Gibbs-White. Potential handball. Referee says play on. Wouldn't mind the free kick, to be honest with you, ref. Lamens blasts it away. Forest win the header. Morgan Gibbs-White on the edge of the box. From distance. Great save by Lamens. Douglas Luiz coming off now for Ryan Yates. Xerxes also coming off for Manchester United. And there's a header off the line by Agate. Sesko has come on to lead the line for Manchester United now. So both teams have cleared off the line today. Agate. To Yoro. Ahmad. Plays it to Dorgu. Brennan Johnson using his pace to try and get round him, but it didn't quite come off. Agate. Oh, and Agate just danced past Elliot Anderson, but he's found himself without the ball. And Evan Nilsson trying to just make something happen there at the last second, but it didn't quite come off. And here come Manchester United once more. 10 minutes to go. Forest still winning. Will they keep that 5th position, or will it be out of their hands? They'll get the 3 points, but will they have enough goals? Yoro. Agate. Oh, how we wish for a wish for an Arsenal defeat today. Mbuemo to Agate. Ball over the top. Half chance. Cleared by Forest. Countered by Forest even. Brennan Johnson can use his pace. No, he doesn't. It's blocked there by Dorgu, who did well. Yoru. Is that mad? Back to Yoro. Back to delete. Sesko. Dispossessed. Elliot Anderson wins it for Filemner. Gives it to Evan Nilsson. To Brennan Johnson. Will once again look to take it to the corner. 92nd minute now. Forest going to, in fact, they're going to try and get a goal here. Doesn't quite come off. And now Manchester United, final chance from the counter. And that is the end of the game. Big win for Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. Where does that put them in the table with 1 game to go? So Arsenal must have had a game in hand, because they are now 3 points above us with 1 game to go. However, we're still in 5th. But that 5th comes courtesy of Spurs also having a game in hand and being on 66 points. So it's no longer in our hands. Arsenal must have had a game in hand that I didn't realise. They've got Palace for the last game of the season. We've got Bournemouth at home. Spurs have got Chelsea. That's not going to be an easy game. All 3 could finish 5th. I'm worried it's too little too late. Let's play this last game and pray. So the last game of the season, Forest versus Bournemouth. I can confirm that Tottenham won their game in hand. So Forest are 2 points adrift with 1 game to go. We need Chelsea and Murillo to perform a masterclass against Tottenham to give us any chance of getting that Europa League spot. I mean, we've had a good season, considering, but we had such a bad final third of the season. We only just started winning the last couple of games. We need a win today, though, or it's all for nothing. We could slip out of Europe completely. Never mind Europa League. We won't even get Conference League if we don't win. Fofana wins it to Gibbs-White. Forest on the break. There's big gaps in this midfield today. It's going to look good for us. And he's offside. Yeah, referee, linesman put that flag up late. It was definitely offside, though. The City ground pitch looking a little worse for wear after a full season, as you'd expect. Will it hold up today? Ball over the top, Evan Nilsson. That looks good for Evan Nilsson, but the save it comes in. Great defending by Nico Williams there. Ball by Gibbs-White to Dan and Doy. Uses his pace. Great cross comes in. Flicked over by Evan Nilsson. It's gone for a corner. Didn't even see how he didn't get the head to that. Forest playing it around nicely. Need to make something happen. And they do. False Evan Nilsson. And the referee's giving a foul. Unlucky there. Forest almost away. 20 gone. 0-0. It's not enough to put Forest into Europa. Truffert. Down the line to Clivert. Justin Clivert. Previously linked with Forest back in the day. When they were a championship club, really. Evan Nilsson screaming for the ball. He's not going to get it, I don't think. Not right now, anyway. Ball comes across. Morgan Gibbs-White looking to fly in on a challenge there to win it. But it gets cleared. Dan and Doy again. Morgan Gibbs-White plays. It's Jed Spence. Beautiful play by Forest. Looking to come down that line again. Puts the ball in. Gets blocked. And Jed's going to have to get back here as Truffert brings it down to Rodgers. Adley dances through the Forest midfield, but Elliot Anderson comes off with it. Ball given away by Dan and Doy. Jed Spence wins it back. Also loses the ball. Trying to be too quick for his own good, giving that ball away. Has a half chance for Adley. Well held by Matt Sells. 30 gone. Fofana loses the ball. Gets a throw in though. Forest fans with a party atmosphere today as they sing that they are Forest till they die. Fofana brings it down the wing. Cuts inside. He's going to lose the ball again there. Arsenal are drawing. Obviously Arsenal are also part of this. This three-way battle between Forest, Arsenal and Tottenham. Great ball to Fofana. Great ball to Evan Nilsson. He's got defenders on him though. He gets a shot away and it's a save by Petrovic. 40 played. Ball comes in. Comes straight back out. Throw into Forest. XG's not great. Douglas Luiz, can he make something happen for it this season? No, blast it wide. Too much on it, Douglas. 5 remaining in the half. Forest need a win. A draw might not even be good enough for Conference League football. We shall see. Ball through to Elliot Anderson. It's on his wrong foot though. And he scores. And the crowd goes wild. Forest are 1-0 up against Bournemouth in what could be the most important game of their fledgling Premier League resurgence, should we say. Dan and Doy driving down the wing. It's half-time. 1-0. Half-time at the City Ground. We don't know what's happening in the other games apart from Arsenal. We're drawing 1-1 away at Crystal Palace. Forest need to win. Kick off the second half. No changes. Fofana hoping to get more of the ball this half. Is the Frenchman. As he can cause trouble. Can also lose the ball like that. Semenyo with his first touch of the game. Not seeing him on the ball today. Great player is Semenyo. Too good for us to sign. It wouldn't be a realistic signing, so we have to let him go, unfortunately. There's plenty more players that we can sign who will help improve us and who would be realistic signings. And to be honest, I don't even know if we get any money next season because the club said we had to give it all away. Chelsea have gone 2-1 up against Sunderland. What is the Tottenham score? Can't believe Chelsea lost to Tottenham in that game in hand. There we go, Dan and Doy. Puts the ball through to Evan Nilsson. Unless save it comes in and blocks it. Forest trying again. Elliot Anderson playing really well so far. Semenyo to Rogers. It's through to Semenyo. Got to be careful, Forest. Tries to take a quick shot to Semenyo. He had all the time in the world, it seemed. Great ball by Fofana, but he's lost it now after that excellent touch. Ball comes over the top again to Adley. Blocked. Forest defending resolutely. Rogers with the throw. Gives it to Kluivert. Now it's a corner. Free header. Well held by Matt Sells. We'll probably try and waste a bit of time here. Is the Belgian international. Nico Williams plays it down the line to Fofana. Fofana to Morgan Gibbs-White, who gives it back to Fofana once more. It's a great play by Forest. He's going to lose too much on it there. If we win this header, that'll be a big one. Nope, Andre Santos wins it. Andre Santos, formerly on loan at Nottingham Forest under the guidance of Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper didn't even rate him. It was more of a Evangelos Marinakis signing, I believe. He never played an actual game for Forest. He's excellent young talent. Ball played across the 12-yard line there. And comes to nothing. The kite to Christie. Forest needs to be careful here. Musa doing well, but he's lost the ball. Semenyo's through. He's put offside, surely, referee. Great save by Adley, and the flag stayed down. That was a chance. This one at Forest are very lucky to still have the lead. Ball to Evan Nilsson. He's through here. He's beating the line. Oh, and he tried to do a step over. I don't know what I was thinking of there. Douglas, so he's pushed in the back. The referee says play on. It was a foul the other way, apparently. Bit contentious. We'll save it to Andre Santos. Bournemouth are pushing forward now. Trying to get those numbers up. Douglas Luiz gives it to Morgan Gibbs-White. Gives it to Elliot Anderson, who pings it down to Fofana, who's looking for a ball through to Morgan Gibbs-White, and it doesn't come off. So Chelsea are winning 3-0 at Sunderland now. That's not Forest's problem at the moment. Semenyo driven it. Cleared again. Andre Santos has equalised in the 85th minute. Of all the people who wants a goal against this club, he's the one. Forest have to go for it now, or their season is over. They're giving the ball away already. It's been a terrible defeat for Forest, given their past 2 games where they've been excellent. 88th minute. Time's running out for Forest. Dan and Doy brings it back. He's looking for help. There's no help. Elliot Anderson on the edge of the box. Takes it too far. They need to win this header. They do. 1 minute remains. That's probably it. That's it. That's it. The game's over. It's 1-1. Forest have not qualified for the Europa League. They have not achieved Evangelos Marinakis' objectives of winning the FA Cup, of winning the Europa League, and of qualifying for the Europa League. Big boos ring out around the City ground. Will we be keeping our job? So Manchester City win the Premier League with 92 points, 7 points clear of Liverpool, who get the Champions League spot, along with Newcastle and Spurs, who pipped Arsenal to that final spot. Arsenal finishing on 70 points, end up in a Europa League spot. Nottingham Forest, 68 points, managed to finish in the Conference League, despite Chelsea's resurgence towards the end. It's not good enough for Forest, and our job is insecure. In terms of relegation, Sunderland, Burnley and Wolves finish bottom, and they will be relegated. In terms of the FA Cup, Newcastle lost to Manchester City. Forest obviously losing to Newcastle in that tournament, 2-1. In terms of the Carabao Cup, Aston Villa beat Manchester City 3-1 in that competition. Forest obviously lost on penalties in the third round to Huddersfield Town, surprisingly. The Champions League has not been played just yet, but the Europa League has, and Stuttgart beat Freiburg 2-1. Obviously, we lost to Stuttgart, so at least we lost to the champions of something. And that is all for Season 1 of FC26 Spin the Wheel series, brought to you by myself, Bevchenko. If you've enjoyed this series, hit that subscribe button, because Season 2 will be fireworks. We'll be looking to implement the wheel at every single opportunity. And considering we finished 6th, with the wheel being quite lenient this season and only really be involved in transfers, next season's going to be absolute chaos. So until then, cheers.